Hello everyone and welcome to another stream for Wheel2Wheel Racing. We're at round 3 at La Maggiore GP Reverse. Today we're going to bring you Lobby B. I'm one of your commentators, Footnar, and we got fine moves here on the visuals, also doing some commentary too.
Hey guys, filling in for GT Zoomin tonight till he arrives.
Yep, so we got qualifying underway now. 5 minutes, no tyre wear, no fuel. Bring you a bit of a walk through who's out on track once the positions settle in. There we go. Alright, so K-Boy's out in front leading the way for qualifying in the Shell Mustang there. Followed by Tombo in another Mustang. I know.
Yep, Tombo's in the Mustang.
Yep, sorry, my numbers are all mixing up. Yeah, Pagani following Tombo there in that Lexus with a fresh updated livery from Hammy there. Behind Smurf in the bright orange Aston Martin, Rexy in the Vodafone Mustang, closely followed by Hammy in the M&M 86, Didi in the yellow and green Mercedes there, Nightwalker in the very fluorescent McLaren, Vintage in the Lexus. Vintage showed great pace last week, so watch out for him this week. Tank Master in the red camouflage BMW. Antichrist in his Aston Martin as well. And MPRMD in another Toyota 86. And DNA, my pick for the race win today in the McLaren. And then K-Boy bringing up the rear in that Mustang we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, nice
Tombo
work.
beginning his flying lap, rounding turn 1 there, using all the track and then a bit more.
Let's jump on board with Tombo. Bit of cockpit cam.
Watch Tombo wrestle this tank of a Mustang around this first sector.
A few guys seem to be struggling with the forward, apparently. I don't think Tombo's liking it too much this season.
Tombo setting a 30.7 through that first sector. Everyone else in the 31 so far. So Tombo really hooking up that Mustang and no slipstream as well, which is quite impressive. I think you'll find a lot of people trying to hang on to some slipstream in a qualifying session like this, where it makes such a big difference. MP's topped the first sector time with a 30.6. He's found 1/10 on Tombo there. Tankmaster clawing a bit of time back on Tombo too, making up 2/10 in that second sector.
Where is Tankmaster? There he is, 8th. Yeah, Tankmaster got himself caught up there behind Vintage.
Oh, that's not gone well. So MP looks like the fastest on the track so far for a provisional pole, but it's not over yet. Most people, if not all of them, are going to get another go as well. With lap times being approximately 2 minutes and 4 seconds, I would assume in qualifying here, we'll get 2 hot laps out of all of these guys. Tombo crosses the line, setting a 2:04 dead, very competitive banker time. Rex topping that by less than a tenth with a 2:03.9. So Mustang's locking out the front row of the grid so far.
Yeah, good work, Rexy.
Tank slotting into third there after being held up, so he's going to regroup and go again. MP didn't hook his lap all up, just setting a 2:05.4 with a slows last sector, so maybe backing out, just getting a bit more space for this next hot lap, not too sure.
Actually, NPR&D was doing some really quick qualifying laps the other day in practice.
Yeah,
so
MP's
wouldn't
very,
be
very fast.
He should make a top 3 here, I reckon.
MP is in Div 1, I believe, as well. So, and in the Toyota 86, very, very fast car, very light on its tyres and its fuel. Possibly being able to muscle up and no fuel for the 14 lapper, which is coming up as well. So everyone set their first laps. Rex is your provisional pole sitter, followed by Tombo, DNA in that McLaren in third, Tank the BMW in fourth. See if anyone's going to better their times. No purple sectors yet, except Rexy top of sector 3.
Let's see what NPRM can come up with.
So Pagani not doing any better there. Tankmaster jumps DNA for third there. Rex and Tombo still 1-2 though.
Ooh, nice work. NPRM pulls up to third. But yeah, Rexy with pole.
Yeah, so Rex will take your pole position here. Tombo locking out the front of the grid with the Mustangs. MP jumping up to third in his 86. Next to him will be Tankmaster in the BMW. One row back, we'll have DNA in the McLaren, Antichrist in the Aston Martin, then Hammy and Smurf. Pagani lines up next to ZD in 9th and 10th respectively. Nightwalker in 11th. Vintage in 12th, and K-Boy not hooking up qualifying there, starting at the back of the grid.
Alrighty, let's hope for a good one.
So 7 laps around Le Maggiore reverse, which is going to determine the reverse grid order for our 14-lap race, which will come up shortly after this one. Hello to all the viewers joining us in chat. Strap yourselves in, we're in for a great race here. Luckily turn 1, not a sharp change of direction or anything, so we shouldn't see too much carnage, which is always a good thing. We're off, we are racing. Rex getting a lightning start there. Tombo pulling away with him. They're pretty much neck and neck. Created a bit of a buffer to the back of the rest of the field there. Tankmaster keeping his third on the inside. DNA under pressure from Antichrist. He loses that position. He loses several positions there, actually. DNA having a terrible race start. All the way to last as well. It didn't look like he wanted to get back in the loud pedal and hang it around the outside. Just pulling out of it and settling back in last. MP dropping from 6th to 3rd as well. Pagani up to 5th, so Pagani netting a good couple of positions off that start. Antichrist up to 4th, doing the same. Tank putting the pressure on around Rexy. He's got the inside for the next turn here. He's going to take that position. No, he's not. He pushes Rexy out wide, but Rexy gathers it up. Rex settles back into 2nd. Tank now under pressure from Antichrist and Pagani. Well, Pagani and Antichrist going to go side by side here. Antichrist yields, gives a position to Pagani, slots back in behind. Very much a single file section of the track, this part. You want to be Very, very abusive of these curves. All four wheels over the curves basically through this section. Straight line it as best as you can. Careful not to run too wide there like we see Tank do. Very easy to do and very easy for it to spin the car just on the spot.
Oh, Tank's gone wide.
As Tank goes wide, gives that position up to Pagani. He controlled it well though. It's an easy spot to go off. As MP's now putting the pressure on Antichrist there in the background. Now he's slotting in the 86, just not having the drive to pull all the way up against that Aston Martin. So Tombo starting the race in second, has gone up to first. It looks like he is going to lead them around to start the second lap. Rex doing well to keep in close contention as well, having a little bit of a buffer back to Pagani there. Everyone wants to be careful not to hit the outside wall there as Pagani gets real close, suffers his run down the start-finish straight. Tank looking to capitalise, but the BMW just not having the legs. MP going up the inside of the Antichrist. Smurf wants to follow MP through. Hammy also looking to make it 3 wide. Hammy just pulls out in the nick of time. MP takes that position and Antichrist goes from 5th to 8th. Terrible set of corners there for Antichrist in that Aston Martin. Pagani picking himself up a half-second penalty as well. He will have to serve that before he starts lap 3. MP going around the outside of Tankmaster for 4th. MP moving through the field in that 86 and Hammy's looking to follow him. So Tankmaster now down to 5th after starting the race in 3rd. With Pagani still needing to serve that penalty, MP could possibly pick up 3rd here as well. And Tombo and Rex just pulling away together. Rex having a 2.3 second advantage over Pagani. So the Mustang boys working together, looking to get that 1-2, which is going to be great points for Team Ford.
Yeah, how's DNA going? Is he making his way through the field?
DNA still sitting in last behind K-Boy there. Not sure what's happened with DNA. I'm not sure what the McLaren's like. I haven't been in a practice lobby with any of the McLarens this week, so maybe McLaren not really liking this circuit. Also, don't have any Audis in this lobby. The Audis love this circuit. So Pagani serving his penalty finally, and there's contact with Tank. No, they settle back in. Tank goes up the inside of both of them. The MP back down to 4th. Pagani goes from 3rd to 5th. Tombo leads the group around for another lap, setting a 2:06.6, which was the fastest lap of the race so far. Rex still firmly in that slipstream, only 5/10 behind. Tank 3.5 seconds back in that BMW, under severe pressure from MP. Tankmaster using a fair bit of his tyres to push through the field, where MP's tyres look brand new as well. So it's going to be hard for Tankmaster to hold on to this position, I reckon, with MP driving the way he is. Pagani doing well to keep that Lexus in 5th as well, as Smurf behind him picks up a 1-second penalty.
Yeah, Pagani's been doing well lately. He's, and we've all seen his YouTube highlight videos he makes each week.
Yeah, Pagani puts up a lot of wheel-to-wheel content on his channel. We do have a link on the back of his vehicle there at Pagani Trixo. Show some support to a fellow wheel-to-wheel driver. He's set himself a subscriber goal. So we're going to try and help him meet that. So MP's dropped down to 5th now. Pagani's taken 4th from him. Maybe a mistake there, maybe a dive from Pagani, not too sure. Smurf dropped back after serving the rest of his penalty. It's brought Nightwalker back into the mix in that fluorescent McLaren there. Nightwalker known to be very good on his tyres, a very cool, calm and collected driver as well. Hammy, our host for this evening, in 8th, the M&M 86 behind Nightwalker, also in the slipstream. K-Boy finally making some moves. As I say that, he's picked up a penalty, but he's going around the outside of ZD there. He's up into 9th after starting in last. Vintage Racer in 11th, not having the greatest race so far. He's not really gaining or losing too much, but suffering a lot from tyre wear. And DNA even further back than before. So DNA going to be one to watch in a reverse grid, starting up the front. We know he's got pace. His tyres look fresh as well. I'm not sure if he's driving cautiously or if the McLaren just treats its tyres very well. Tombo still holding the fastest lap of the race with that 2:06.6 he set on lap 2 as well. As Rex and Tombo increase their gap to Tank. Oh, that being said, Rex has dropped back, so Rex possibly making an error somewhere. Still got 2 seconds on Tank Master, but he's also 1.6 behind Tombo now. Tank 4 seconds behind Tombo. It's going to be a hard ask in 4 laps to make up that much time with the tyre wear they have. Tombo's tyres looking very good. I believe Tombo is a DS4 user as well, so the fact that his tyres are that good is amazing. Tombo's just got to keep it clean, and he's going to get his win, I reckon.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if any of the guys pull in for a one-stop end of this lap.
Yeah. I would have thought if they're going to do it, it would have been at the end of lap 3, which is going to be arguably the fastest strategy in terms of pace alone, but it does change with traffic and situations.
NPRM right on the tail of
yeah, just watching
Pagani
him go
here.
through the S's there, gluing his front bumper to Pagani's rear bumper. As he got the drive out to dive up the inside here. I'll change the news. Pagani keeps 4th, MP settles back into 5th there. Tankmaster now finding the back of Rex, the 2nd. So Rexy losing a bunch of time. His tyres are struggling hard. Maybe Rex had a spin or maybe he's just been asking too much of his front tyres, but his front tyres are nearly nothing already. We may see him pull into the pits here. No, he stays out.
They're all going for the no-stop, by the looks.
Yeah, so Tankmaster probably going to be able to round up Rexy at some point here. Rexy probably just holding him up so he doesn't catch Tombo later in the race. Tank's tyres not looking
Rexy's
best.
off.
Oh, Rex is wide.
Dirty tyres here.
Funnily enough, you don't actually lose too much time going wide there.
Yeah.
Or you do lose time on dirty tyres here though. Tankmaster's got the inside of Rex here. Should be able to make that happen comfortably, which he does.
Nice
Rex
move.
settles back into 3rd. Rex probably didn't want to lose too much time battling. Knowing how bad his tyres are, he knows Pagani's going to be able to catch him, no worries. And Pagani's bringing MP with him as well. So MP's still not getting around Pagani. Even though MP's tyres still look fresh. That is very worrying for anyone coming up in the future races with an 86 in their lobby. After nearly 5 laps, you can just see some red on MP's tyres. It looks like he could nearly one-stop the next race. Nightwalker up to 6th behind MP as well. Great drive there, Nightwalker. So
Yeah,
Tankmaster has 4.3 seconds to find Tombo and just over 2 laps to do so. Got about 5 minutes left of racing in race 1. Tombo's keeping his nose clean, setting consistent laps out in front with a 4.3 second lead.
Back with Hammy, there's a nice little battle going on here at 7th.
Oh yep, Hammy sneaking up the inside of Smurf. ZD trying to follow him through, just not having the drive. He's nestled in the slipstream now though, but Smurf with the power of that Aston in Hammy's slipstream, probably going to be able to take the inside for the next corner. Hammy brake late and take it round the outside. Looks like he's trying, he just didn't carry enough speed. Now under pressure from ZD. Bit of contact between the two, that's going to push ZD wide. ZD pulls it up before the grass. K-Boy now looking to get in the mix as well. Got a 4-way battle for 7th here. ZD and Hammy both getting sideways. Hammy feeling it worse. ZD redressing that. So ZD possibly getting a bit loose and finding the back of Hammy there. Redresses the position, rightfully so. But they've both lost time now to K-Boy and Smurf. Rexy, up in the third now goes MP. So MP and Pagani both up the inside of Rex. Rex relegated to 5th. Now coming under pressure from Nightwalker. So MP finally into 3rd, and he's got nearly a second back to Pagani there. So MP able to use his fresh tyres here and try and get onto the back of Tank. Tankmaster's tyres not looking great either, and MP with no pressure from behind can just get his head down and start racing, putting out some qualifying laps now. I'm not sure we're going to see anyone beat that fastest lap set by Tombo. 2:06.6, very good. The DNA still last. It's very uncharacteristic for DNA to be last in a wheel-to-wheel lobby. He does have a 2-minute 15 lap in there, so possibly pitting at some point, or maybe having a spin somewhere.
Yeah, it's a little strange. He's been one of our Division 1 drivers last few seasons, so
I think he either won a season or nearly won a season when he was in the VW as well. The Beetle.
Yeah, we've had some great battles in Division 1. Vintage is struggling as well.
Oh, as I say that, where's Tankmaster gone? Tankmaster in 10th position. I don't know how far back that was, yeah.
Let's go to a replay, see what... No, we've missed it. Something's happened there.
Yeah, so not sure what happened to Tankmaster there. He's gone from 2nd to 10th, losing 13 seconds overall. That must have been a big moment.
So that brings NPRM up into 2nd, final lap.
Yeah, there's no damage on Tank's car though, so not hitting a wall, must have just had a big spin. Possibly coming into the S's, he's just dipped the wheel, gone wide, and it's just affected his run through that 4th gear section, and he lost all that time.
Bit of a battle here for 4th.
MP netting 2nd out of that, which is fantastic. Pagani up to 3rd, so Pagani on track for a podium here. He's got 3 seconds on Rex behind him. I don't think anyone's going to be troubling Pagani for 3rd here unless he makes a mistake. MP 6.8 seconds to find Tombo, also probably not going to happen without a mistake from Tombo. So the front 3 very much settled in their race at the moment.
Yeah. Tombo's gone.
4th not decided as Nightwalker is trying to find his way around Rex here. Rex's tyres, I feel so sorry for those things.
Let's see how he goes through the S's. Oh, Nightwalker must be struggling as well with his tyres.
Yeah, Nightwalker's tyres aren't fantastic, but they are significantly better than Rex. That being said, I'm personally not sure how the McLaren drives with its warm tyres, but they may be terrible. We got ZD under pressure from Tank for 9th as well. Tankmaster looking to just clutch a few more positions off that earlier error. Sends it up the inside. ZD getting all sorts of sideways, but gathers it up and keeps around the outside. No, Tank's going to have the drive. That being said, ZD's got the slip from Hammy. I'm not sure that it's going to be enough to fend Tank off though. We've got K-Boy sending a move up on Smurf. No, not quite. Braking a bit early.
And back to Tombo for the, as he's crossing the line.
Yeah,
Nice
so
win there.
Tombo with a very, very dominant result there. He was first before turn 1 and he led the race. Never looked under pressure from Rex or anyone. So fantastic effort there, Tombo. MP getting up to 2nd after being stuck behind a few people early on. Great result there from MP. Pagani getting a podium in 3rd. Excellent result there. Rex dropping from 2nd most of the race down to 4th. So that was actually very well salvaged. Nightwalker close behind in that McLaren, Smurf in the Aston Martin, K-Boy going from last to 7th, so K-Boy a real big mover in that lobby. Hammy in 8th, Tankmaster 9th, ZD 10th. I missed the last few positions, but I believe DNA was still last with Vintage in front of him.
Nice work there, Tombo.
Yeah, nice work to all of our podium boys, really.
Yeah.
Pagani in 3rd and MP... Oh, MP did start the race in 3rd, actually.
That's right.
Pagani moving up from the mid-pack to find the podium, and K-Boy moving up from last to find 7th. Yeah, so we had the Antichrist in 11th, Vintage in 12th, and DNA last. So that is going to put DNA as your pole sitter for race 2, 14-lap reverse grid race. I expect to see a little bit of a mix of strategy in this one. It looked like everyone did no stop last time, but with 14 laps, we open up the possibility for a 2-stop to work, or just the 1-stop and you split it down the middle.
Yeah, especially with, some of the tyre wear. Like, I guess we're going to see, who was it? Rexy, he'll definitely pit. He'll go for a 2-stop.
Rexy's going to have to 2-stop, yeah. Tombo surprised me with his tyre wear there. Tombo doing a fantastic job to keep the tyre wear low on that Mustang, so he can possibly open up a 1-stop, where typically the Mustangs will always 2-stop. No Audis in this lobby, or Jags, or Nissans, which are only privateer, so that's expected. Yeah, very not a very diverse lobby this time. But that should bring some close racing for race 2, especially with DNA starting up front. I'm really curious to see what DNA is going to do in this race. I'm not sure if the McLaren maybe just suffers. Maybe it's a bit slower. Maybe it's a track that really needs a lot of practice. It's not the type of track you can just jump on and be quick at. Maybe DNA not having a lot of practice.
Well, I reckon DNA will have he'll have at least a lap or two to, without too much trouble with, if you're looking at the few drivers behind him, he's got Vintage, Antichrist. Should be pretty easy going until lap maybe 2 or 3, when some of the back markers start to pull through and put some pressure on these guys.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be interesting to see what Tombo can do from the back.
What was that? I heard their Footner in the background.
Oh,
is it time?
Do you smell what the rocks? Well, not the rock. I'm not
smelling something.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, there it is.
Strap yourself in, people, because it's time for everybody's favorite segment, Footner's Fun Facts.
Yeah, we're back with another edition of Footner's Fun Facts. This one's super interesting. So the elephant penis is prehensile. That means it has conscious control over it, and an elephant can use its penis to scratch an itch.
Whoa.
You can't tell me you knew that one, so there we go. We've all learned something again.
Oh gosh, that's nice to know.
It's an interesting thought, isn't it? Just being able to have a fifth limb, basically.
You scratch your back, I'll scratch mine.
I actually learned a lot more than just that fact while I was researching that. Elephants' reproduction methods are very, very interesting.
Yeah. That sounds like another fun fact
elephant penises
next week.
For one stream. We've reached our quota.
More next week. Sticking with the elephant.
Yeah, it's not Footner's fun facts, it's Footner's elephant penis facts from now on.
Yeah.
Oh, we do like to have a bit of a laugh over here at Wheel to Wheel.
Well, let's see. Race 2 should be starting any minute. 1 minute. Here we go.
Piper coming in at the right time. That's definitely correct. Yeah,
nice segue.
That being said, there's no such thing as a wrong time when you're tuning into a Wheel to Wheel stream. There's just some times that are more right than others.
Alrighty.
We got 1 minute.
What are your thoughts
until reverse grid?
What are your thoughts with this next race, Footner?
Well, in qualifying, I thought DNA was going to be the man to watch this race. We know he's been a consistent Div 1 driver. He's got a lot of pace, but after race 1, I'm not sure what's going on. If he does find some pace, I don't think many people are going to be able to catch him, especially with the quick guys starting at the back of the grid. So if DNA gets off to an early lead, I think he's going to be my pick. If not, I think MP in that 86 over this. We know MP's got a lot of pace. I've done practice with him as well. And over the duration of this race, the 86 possibly doesn't need to take on any fuel. So if MP can manage his fuel and pick up all that time in the pit, as well as the the time he'll make on track, because we know he's quick. He's going to make some moves stick. I think MP is probably going to be one of my picks for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be good to follow Tombo, MP, and Pagani, actually, see where they end up at the end of this one. And Rex, too, with the two-stop, if he handles his tyres.
Yeah, I think we're going to see maybe a 30% of these go for a two-stop.
All right, race 2, about to start.
There we go.
Well, this might be good to watch from... let's start at the front of the pack.
They're on board with DNA as we wait for the lights. Appears to be another GT Sport glitch, maybe. No, we're on the way. We're underway.
Oh, look at that slipstream. They're up on his
so
tail already.
Vintage taking up the inside for first now. DNA slotting back behind ZD, losing a spot to Tankmaster as well. So DNA straight down to fourth. Tankmaster up into second. ZD getting all sorts of sideways into that turn there, but Vintage is settled in front so far. Under immense pressure from Tankmaster though. Tankmaster looks like he wants that position early. He's going to try.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's got the outside around here. He needs to not find the grass. He's
That's
done
beautiful
that well.
driving. That was beautiful.
But he's got the inside now. You can't fight this one around the outside too easily. It's a 180-degree corner. It's a lot of corner to stay around the outside of someone. So Tankmaster taking first. Tankmaster going to look to run away with this one, I reckon. Had some sort of incident in race 1, losing a lot of time, dropping from 2nd to 13th. Now looking to avenge that. The DNA up to 3rd. Oh, no,
DNA's
wide.
off.
No, he's nearly
Hangs onto it.
He hasn't lost the position yet. He's going to pick up a penalty for that one, I reckon.
Wow.
DNA, yeah, 3 seconds there. You can't cut that with your foot flat. So DNA catching a monumental slide there, having dirty tyres and a 3-second penalty to deal with now. He's going to serve it. Coming to a stop, not advised. Slowing down is advised, especially on lap 1 where you've got it all to lose.
That was interesting.
3-second penalty sends you from 3rd to last. And
Didn't really
last by over 3 seconds.
Gosh. Was that... I'm not sure what happened with that shortcut penalty.
We've got ZD and K-Boy in the fence up ahead. ZD and K may get a replay. We might just get time for that.
Whereabouts are those guys?
Last.
Position 11. Alright, let's have a look at that replay.
If we caught that in time.
Yeah, we're on board with ZD at the moment. Looking back towards K-Boy and Smurf. Oh, he's hit up the back. Wow. Alright, that's what happened.
Wow, K-Boy looking like he forgot where to brake, or maybe where the brake pedal was. That was very late. Very unfortunate for ZD as well. ZD would not have even been thinking about defending with how far behind everyone else was, and then just gets collected. Very unfortunate there for ZD in the Mercedes, not having the greatest race in race 1 as well. Race 2 has just gone terribly.
Yeah. Alright, Tombo's up to 8th.
Yeah, Tombo moving good. Hammy's down to 10th, so I thought Hammy might, in the 86 being so strong, I thought he might have been up there, but he's been passed by his teammate MP as well. MP behind Tombo. So Pagani doing quite well there, up to 6th already. Rex behind him. Tombo and Rex, the Mustang teammates, may have some mid-race communication going on. Smurf in that Aston.
Rex has picked up a shortcut penalty.
Oh, that's an interesting
Just
spot
a small
to get
one.
a penalty as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Can be really aggressive over those corners. Just not that aggressive. Tombo looking to maybe send one up the inside of Rex. He brakes late. He's up there. He meets the apex. Rex concedes that position as he's trying to serve a bit of his penalty. So Pagani moving up to 5th there, taking that from Smurf. Tombo's got a little bit of run on Smurf, but Smurf's going to sit defensive. He doesn't want to lose another one. Oh, as he goes just a bit deep, Tombo absolutely sails it up there. Nice move, Tombo.
Yeah, great move.
Tombo doing fantastic in this Mustang this week. Very surprising. Nice work. He's nearly got an overlap on Pagani as well around the outside. So I expect to see Tombo put a move on Pagani very shortly. But up to the front, Tankmaster after 2 laps has opened up a gap of 3.3 seconds over Vintage. So Vintage starting second and currently being second. DNA, who started first, is at the back again. Nightwalker finished 5th, I believe, in the last race, and he's up to 3rd. So that would be a 9th to 3rd move. So that's fantastic from Nightwalker in that McLaren.
Things are pretty congested back from 4th back to 6th here at the moment.
Yeah, Tombo got a run on Pagani now after Pagani just ran up the backside of Antichrist there. He sweeps through the inside, taking it from Pagani.
Wow, look at Tombo, man.
Compromises his exit there. Pagani's now got the run. Oh, he decides to go up the inside. Tombo pulls around to the out. Tries to get the undercut. No, there's contact. Tombo not being able to get the undercut done there. He's just going to settle back in, pick up the slipstream. It's a nice flat out section here. You reach nearly the top of 5th gear. Well, the Mustang they do, yeah, it hits 6th. I back down to 5th to turn it in. And they just settle into single file through this section. It is a possible overtaking opportunity, these sections, but it's not really recommended because you get the move done, but you lose so much time. Trying to find your way too wide through those sections really is slow, no matter how fast you are. But if you need to get the move done, you need to get the move done. Rex and MP looking to get around Smurf here as well. Rex does so on the straight, MP not having the legs. Smurf deep into that corner again. MP just not having the drive to get through there like Tombo did. He does have the drive now, and he's got the overlap into the hairpin.
Ooh.
Smurf very deep. So MP taking 8th from Smurf there.
Yeah, I think MP, I wouldn't be surprised if MP, he might even get a podium out of this. He's slowly making his way through the pack with a couple of pit stops to go.
Yeah, 10.4 seconds off the lead with 11 laps to run. And if he only needs the podium, that's he's only got to find 5 seconds. So MP still very much in it. He clutched firmly into the slipstream of this battle.
Oh my goodness.
No, Tombo and...
Yeah, we saw that happen from NPRM's perspective.
Yeah, Tombo came together with who?
Let's go to the replay on that. Let's have a look from Tombo's Tombo cam. Where is he? Here we go, on board with Tombo. Right at the back of Antichrist. Tries to get up the inside. Oh, there was a bit of a collision with Antichrist.
Yeah, it looks like he identified that he was late and he tried to pull it up, but just straight lined with the braking. As we were watching that replay as well, Tombo did have another piece of contact with Antichrist into the cambered left-handed hairpin. And he's dropped himself down to 9th at the moment. He's pulled off. Not sure what happened there. It looks like he's redressing for Hammy. Maybe something else happened that we missed. Looked like he redressed the position to Hammy. I'm not sure what's happening there. The Hammy up to 9th then. See if anything's changed at the front. Contact between Rex and Pagani. MP not able to capitalise, getting blocked off by Rexy. So Rex and Pagani locked in a battle at the moment. MP just sitting back biding his time, all while losing a lot of time to Tankmaster, who's in the lead there. Rexy trying to find all the ways around Pagani here. None of them pulling off into the pits. And anyone on a 2-stopper, it's not such a bad move to pit after 4 laps, because then your 2 5-lap stints you run on lighter fuel.
Yeah.
Rex getting around Pagani now though. Just giving him a little bit of a, no, you can't come up here. Check. Nightwalker getting around Vintage for second as well, and this when that happened. Vintage struggling in that Lexus by the looks of it, already significant tyre wear and just not being able to keep up with Tank Master at all, losing the time to Nightwalker as well. MP around the outside of Rexy and Pagani. MP, what a fantastic move.
Alright, I'm going to have to go back to that one.
Yeah, get on board with MP for that one. That's sensational stuff.
Here we go, on board with MP. From 6th. Oh, nice. Around the
Just
outside,
using
beautiful.
those fresh tyres. He has lost a position now to Pagani though. The 86 just didn't have the legs going up the hill after the hairpin, and Pagani managed to take that from him again. So MP up to 5th. Pagani back up to 4th. They're 3.7 seconds back from Vintage in 3rd, so could see a 3-way or 4-way if Rex can follow them through as well. Battle for 3rd soon. With all the battling that's happened, Nightwalker passing Vintage and everything though, Tankmaster has an 8-second advantage in the lead. With 9 laps left to run, I can't see anyone challenging Tankmaster. That being said, he did make an error last race all on his own accord, so he just needs to be sensible and drive this thing on the black stuff.
Oh, we got some pits.
Oh, Rex and Vintage in the pits. So we did call that Rexy was going to pit. Vintage's tyres were also looking very second-hand. ZD in the pits as well in that Mercedes. Interesting move there. Maybe ZD doing it to get out of traffic, or maybe not being comfortable on the worn tyres. Not too sure. The battle for 3rd still raging though. We got MP up in Pagani. Now that Vintage is pit, he's given 3rd away. MP carrying so much more speed through that section in that car. I think Pagani's tyres, just maybe the Lexus, just not letting him flow through that section as well as the 86. The MP now going to be in the slipstream of Pagani. Smurf a little bit too far back there. Vintage on his fresh rubbers popped out in 6th behind Smurf though. See if Vintage can make that fresh rubber work and start moving through the pack, not losing any time battling with people on older tyres. So Vintage didn't take any fuel on either. Oh, you can see the difference in those tyres. He's just straight on the back of Smurf, all over the back of him. He's delaying his throttle inputs because he just can't get on the power. He's going to send a move up here, absolutely. He's going to know Smurf's on old tyres and can't contest it. Yep, well done, Vintage. Perfect. Two guys are still battling up ahead, though. They're losing so much time to everyone in front. Maybe the 86 being so strong through the corners but so slow through the straights, and the Lexus being the exact opposite. They're just going to be locked in a battle for ages, I reckon. But Pagani's tyres are a bit older. Tankmaster in the pits. Tankmaster pitting after 6 laps. If that's a one-stop strategy, that is very ballsy.
Yeah.
8 lap stint is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, he'll have to pit again.
He's filled up to 58. That should be enough to get him through the race just. I think he's going to have to fuel save a bit if he wants 8 laps out of that. He's only got just over half a tank. No, there's no way. He's going to have to pit again.
Yeah.
BMW is not as good as the 86 on fuel. No, so Tankmaster on a very, very delayed 2-stop. Maybe just knowing because he's got an 8-second advantage that he can do that.
That's true.
But Nightwalker now in the lead, 4 seconds ahead of Tankmaster. Nightwalker obviously not stopping. The tyre wear and fuel though, he is going to be on a 1-stop, so we will see Nightwalker in the pits this lap, sorry. MP finally getting around Pagani there, so MP in 3rd with enough of a gap back to Pagani that he's not going to come under pressure just yet. And Vintage also two stopping this race by the looks of it in 5th. Trying to catch up on the back of Pagani, who's on old tyres. Same manufacturer though, they're Lexus teammates.
Pagani's caught up to NPRM again.
Yeah, MP's tyres just so much better. Just pulling time out of Pagani through the last section of those S's.
Actually, it's going to be interesting with that pit stop strategy from Tankmaster. We might see NPRM gain a bit here on Tankmaster. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so MP only 4.4 seconds off the lead now and closing rapidly, and Nightwalker on a one-stop as well. So Nightwalker was in 2nd behind Tank, which I think he will maintain if he stays on the no-stop and the one-stop. But MP now bringing himself into this. MP probably wise to duck in the pits here, which he does. Should see everyone on a one-stop pitting now. So Tank stays out, Vintage stays out. Everyone else in so far. No, Smurf stays out. Smurf and your mum staying out on all old tyres. That is a very ballsy call. Rex, who's on a 2-stop, is right behind him on much fresher tyres. So MP slots out in 5th now. And he's jumped Nightwalker. So MP, 4 seconds back from Nightwalker, has jumped him in the pits. That shows you the importance of saving fuel. MP just made up 6 seconds while everyone's stationary in the pits, fueling. So MP is, what I would like to say now, is effectively 2nd on the track, knowing that everyone else has to pit, and by the time they come out of the pits, they're going to be back behind MP.
It's possible that Nightwalker picked up some fuel there, so NPRM will need some on his next pit stop.
MP won't pit again, he's got enough fuel to go home.
He's good to go, is he? Yeah, right.
The 86ers don't need any fuel this race if they're managed properly. Hammy, I did a practice lobby with Hammy, and he got 15 laps with fuel.
Yeah,
Hammy
nice.
maybe just driving with short shifting in mind though. Maybe that's just how Hammy likes to drive. Speaking of Hammy, he's sitting back in 9th now with a bit of clean air around him. He's also pit last lap. Next on the road is Pagani, who's we saw locked in a battle to MP. So now Pagani now miles away from MP, and that looks purely pit based. Doesn't look like he's made any errors, but yeah, just being stationary for so long, taking fuel on, costs so much more time than people realise. Tombo on a 2-stop as well. So Tombo having some getting sent. Pagani sends a move up Tombo. There's a little bit of contact there. Maybe Pagani intentionally redressing that. He might have thought the dive was a bit too aggressive. I'm not too sure. Tombo on a 2-stop as well. So he's on relatively old tyres. Smurf and Mum finally pits. Definitely a wise move. So that gives MP 4th again, with Rex only 1.1 seconds ahead. We know Rex is going to pit. And we know Vintage will pit. So Tankmaster's going to have to be careful with his fuel now, because he knows he's got a pit, and just tyres is about 7 seconds. And with the refueling, he needs 5.5 laps of fuel now, and he's got a third of a tank at the moment. So Tank putting some great pace laps in though. 2:05.9 in race pace is quite fast for this Lobby B. MP right on the back of Rex for 3rd now, though that Mustang's just got enough legs to pull away. So Rex possibly going to pit this lap or the next one on his 2-stop strategy. Probably going to relegate him down several positions. MP using those tyres to get a good run out of here. Is he going to have a late lunge? He knows Rex is going to brake early and not carry much speed. No, he brakes real early. Make sure he clips his apex. bit delayed on the throttle, just didn't want to wash too wide and push Rexy out there, but Nightwalker's right on the tail of this battle now. The MP made up all that time in the pits with the refueling and just lost it all being behind Rexy, so Nightwalker in this battle for what's effectively second as well. May even be third. If they're losing this much time, they may be giving Vintage his effective second. So are we going to see Rex dive into the pits here? No, we're not. So he's going to do the 4-lap stint at the end of the race. He's breaking it up into 5.54. So MP really wants to get this move done. Tombo dives into the pits on his 2-stop. There, MP sends it up the inside. Yeah, that's an absolute nice move. Nightwalker now stuck behind Rexy, so Nightwalker's going to want to do the same somewhere. As he has an overlap into the left-hander, Rex runs a couple wheels over the ripple strip. Nightwalker gets it done. Nightwalker gets it done early enough to stay in MP's slipstream, so this is going to be a battle to the finish line unless MP can gap Nightwalker. They're both 4 seconds down the road from Vintage, so Vintage is going to have to pit again with his flashing fuel gauge. So MP and Nightwalker are going to get relegated up into second and third after this lap. Tankmaster leading the way by 12 seconds. He still has a quarter tank of fuel, so he's not going to need to be stationary in the pits for too long. It's going to be interesting to see the time though.
So did you say MPRM needs another stop, or he's good?
No, MP's good till home, so is Nightwalker.
So he should come out, he'll still come out like maybe 8 seconds behind Tankmaster, I think.
Oh, I think about 4 or 5 seconds. So 7 seconds for fuel only is going to put that down to 8 seconds, and then I think Tankmaster's going to need 2 to 3 of fuel. So we should see Tankmaster peel in the pits now. I can't see him breaking it into a 3-lap stint. No, he's leaving it. Maybe he's fuel saving. He may be trying to get to the end of the race now.
Yeah.
On the tank he's got. Maybe just winding down the fuel mixture.
He's got a big enough lead to do it.
Yeah, Vintage in the pits from second with 3% of fuel. So MP and Nightwalker up a position. Rex also in the pits, which had to happen. Pagani, who was a 1-stopper, is going to jump them both, I believe. Yep, so they both went in on low percentage, so they're going to have to fuel up heaps. So Pagani gets himself up into 4th, Hammy up into 5th. Vintage Racer comes out in 6th there, fresh tyres and fuel ready to go. So Vintage Racer probably going to have the pace on these tyres to catch Hammy and Pagani, who are going to start to struggle in the coming laps. There's going to be a battle there eventuating very soon. Rex dropping all the way back to 10th behind Tombo. So Rexy losing out big time there. ZD also on a 2-stopper, sliding into that corner big time there. Is multiple seconds behind Rex and in front of K-Boy, so not great there. We've also had DNA leave the lobby. That happened very early on, but I'd like to hope that's connection based and not intentionally done. But maybe DNA just not gelling with the track well, not having a good time. So MP opening up a bit of a gap to Nightwalker now. So MP settling well into second. 13.5 seconds behind Tankmaster in that BMW. Be interesting to see if Tankmaster pulls in this lap. His fuel is getting low and tyre wear is getting high. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to push this that far. He's under a quarter of a tank. He needs 3 laps. He is staying out though.
He's going for it.
He's going to need to fuel save really aggressively, I reckon. He's going to be on, 20, 23, 24% of fuel. He's going to need to use 8% per lap.
How many litres has he got? That's
it
24.
Doesn't say.
23% was it?
About that.
Yeah, that should be, I think that's 23 litres.
It doesn't say the percentage, I'm just guessing based on the gauge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha, man.
Yeah, the MP taking over a second and a half, if not more than that, out of Tankmaster just through the last couple of corners and the first couple of corners. So MP chewing that time down. I think Tankmaster is trying to get to the end. I think he's in a different fuel mixture. Possibly suffering the top speed. His MP's down to 11 seconds. I'm still not sure it's going to be enough for MP to catch up. But I think if we just see a small mistake from Tankmaster, you know, when you're going slower into a corner, you got to adjust your braking zones. That's when the mistakes creep in. You're just trying to do something a bit different. Yeah, so Tankmaster in a different fuel setting. MP should not be catching at the rate he is on a straight in the 86, given its top speed. And the gap's now down to 10 seconds.
This is an impressive race here from Hammy. He's right on the tail of Pagani. Good to see.
Yeah, Hammy using a bit more of his tyres than MP would. But we know Pagani has been suffering with a bit of tyre wear. Also, the Lexus not being the greatest GR4 car around these twisty circuits. I think maybe later in the race we'll see Hammy close enough to put a move on.
Oh, and Vintage ain't too far behind.
Yeah, Vintage not making up as much time as I thought on those fresh tyres, and he's already taken a chunk of life out of them. But he is well within the slipstream, or he is nearly within the slipstream now. So it still looks like we're going to turn into a three-way battle. I'm not sure that Pagani's going to be able to fend them off or gap them at this point. Tankmaster in the pits. Tankmaster pitting 8.5 seconds ahead of MP. Tank needs fuel. Tank's lost his lead. Surely. No, he hasn't taken fuel. He has not taken fuel.
Okay.
So he may still be running on low fuel settings.
Well,
he hasn't taken tyres.
What?
Tank took no fuel and no tyres. His tyres are nearly red and his fuel looks the same. He hasn't even topped up to over a quarter again. I have no idea what happened there. Maybe misclicks of buttons. Maybe just taunting MP. Surely not, because that's a very dangerous game to play.
3 second lead. With no fresh tyres.
3 seconds.
How are MPRM's tyres?
MP's he hasn't even got a quarter wear on his front right, which is the fast wearing tyre here.
He'll get to within a second. Possibly here of Tankmaster by the...
He should do, but Tankmaster not pulling time away, but the time's not dropping that fast at the moment. So I do think earlier Tankmaster was in lower fuel settings, but now it appears that he isn't.
Down to 2.7.
Maybe he took on 5% of fuel or something, and it just wasn't. He's lost it. He's gone wide, he's dipped the wheel, and he's found the fence on the right. MP's going to get it up the inside here. No, he's just cautious, braked a bit early, made sure he avoided all contact. So MP now on the fresh tyres with more fuel to play with in a car that uses less fuel. I think MP is going to be Tank's gone wide on his dirty tyres. MP has ripped that position out of his hands now. So I'd really like to think Tankmaster didn't go in the pits as a bit of a bait, a bit of a taunt. If it hasn't worked for him, it was probably a misclick of buttons, maybe wanting tyres but no fuel and accidentally spamming the X button.
Yeah, that's possible. Oh, he just missed that.
Oh, yeah.
Wall.
So MP now leading the pack for the last lap. MP finishing second in race 1, if I remember correctly, behind Tombo, and winning this round this race by the looks of it. It's going to give good points for Toyota, and massive credit to MP for his driving there. His sensational effort on managing his tyres. Yeah, I'm not sure the Tankmaster is going to be able to challenge him. He's just dropping a bit too much time.
If we look at these lap times, we've got MPRM with a 2:07, and Tankmaster's best lap's at 2:10. So he's definitely on a different strategy here. Probably fuel saving the whole. Yeah, well,
Tankmaster did have that big moment in that lap, that 2:10 lap as well. The Tankmaster's fuel gauge screaming out for help. He's got the lowest fuel of anyone in the race at the moment. I think that was a pit blunder from Tank. And that's very unfortunate. He probably did deserve to win the race. After setting those early fast laps and just pulling out, I think he had a 12-second advantage at one point in the race. Actually, it was up to 13. He really should have had that win. It's very unfortunate. He possibly made a mistake in the pits and then going wide in the section we see him through now, just finding the fence on the right. Very unfortunate result there for Tankmaster, but great drive. Also he showed some great pace in race 1, just also making an error in that race, dropping him back down in the field. So we've got dropped back to the battle for 4th now. Hammy's finally close enough to Pagani to think about making a move. They've both got very worn tyres though. So I think Pagani's done enough to clutch 4th. So that'll be a 3rd and a 4th for Pagani. Fantastic result. Vintage not being able to find the time on his fresh tyres to catch up to this battle, which is a surprise, but maybe just the GR4 Lexus not gelling well with the circuit.
And back to MPRM as he crosses the line. Great job.
So MP is your race 2 winner. Tankmaster out of fuel also crosses the line there. So yeah, not sure what happened there. Tankmaster down to 2nd. Nightwalker in 3rd. Fantastic effort, Nightwalker. Pagani is going to get 4th, followed by Hammy in 5th and Vintage in 6th. Rex will take your 7th place. Smurf's going to cross the line in 8th, followed by Antichrist, who's also in the Aston in 9th. Tombo not having the race he wanted in 10th. Didi goat flicking across the line for 11th. And K-Boy, who is still miles back. Not sure what happened to K-Boy there.
I think he had a spin. Let's just go to replay. See if I did have this one. Oh no, I've missed it. Yeah, I did see a spin earlier, but
yeah. So K-Boy not having the race he would have liked either, coming around in 12th, and DNA, who left the lobby hopefully through connection issues, is going to DNF in 13th position. So your podium, MP on top step, Tank on the 2nd, and Nightwalker getting 3rd. So MP will be your effective leader, finishing 2nd and 1st. You see going up 11 positions. Fantastic effort, MP. Kept your nose clean all race and netted yourself the win.
Yeah, well done, MPRM.
Yeah, 2 absolutely action-packed races there brought to you guys. 23 joining us so far. Stay tuned, those who aren't racing in the lobbies upcoming. We do have Div 1 being, or Lobby A, I should say, streamed to you in 27 minutes from now. So thank you for joining us. I've been Footnar with fine moves on the visuals, doing a fantastic job as usual. And we will sign off and see you boys next week.
Yep, see you guys.